Hey everybody, this is Michelle Goldstein and you are at Heart Alchemy Yoga on YouTube. Today's practice is a hands-free yoga flow workout. So this is an excellent practice for those of you who can't put weight on your arms at all. It's good if you have achy wrists or shoulder injuries or elbow stuff going on. So here's a good way to get your flow on. Go ahead and come to your mat and parallel your feet at the front of your mat. Stand on your mat. Outer feet straight, palms together in front of your heart. Maybe close your eyes and just take a few moments to drop into your breathing. See if you can breathe through your nose. And feel the connection of your feet and the earth beneath you. And on an inhale, you'll float your arms up to the sky, reach. And as you exhale with the legs straight or knees bent, fold forwards. On an inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise up to stand up. And exhale the palms together at your heart. Good. Again, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, elongate, lengthen. Exhale, fold in. One more time. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale the palms together at your heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, lengthen. Now as you exhale, you'll step the left leg straight back behind you, lower the left knee to the mat, and take the arms up for a low lunge. So see if you can get the right knee at a 90-degree angle. And as you sink the hips a little forwards, lift the low belly, lift the heart. Breathe. Good. And then straighten the right leg and take your hands to either blocks on either side of the right leg or the floor. This is a half split position. Right thigh draws up and back into the hip socket as you extend out through the right heel. Belly and lengthen the spine. And then bend the right knee again. Tuck the back toes, lift the left knee up, and come up to crescent pose, a crescent lunge. Slide the arms down into the shoulder sockets and sink the hips down a little bit. Big breath in. And then on your exhale, you'll spin your left heel flat to the floor and reach the right arm forwards for warrior two. And then directly into temple pose. Turn that left foot out. The knees bend. The sitting bones sink. The shoulders soften. And you breathe. Good. And sit a little deeper. Inhale. Exhale, straighten the legs, sweep the arms up, parallel the feet, and fold forwards. So you're in this wide leg forward fold. You can grab either the ankles or the ground or hook your big toes, whatever you like. You could also grab blocks if it's challenging for you to fold all the way forwards. Get space around your neck. And allow your neck to soften. Good. Now come back up to stand and turn the left foot out, right toes in. So you're in warrior two, you face the back of the mat. So this is a Mandala Vinyasa. It's a yoga flow that will move all around the mat in this one. So kind of creative and fun. Warrior two, sink the left hip down And then inhale, straighten the left leg, reach both arms to the sky. Exhale, bend your left knee, come back to warrior two. Good. Inhale, straighten the legs, reach both arms up. Exhale, left knee bends, come back to warrior two pose. Good. Last time, inhale the arms up, straighten the left leg, and now bend the left knee, take the right arm under the left for eagle arms, turn towards your left leg, and step the right leg up and over the left leg for eagle pose. Sink the hips down a little bit. Hug the inner legs together, soften the shoulders. Forearms hug together. Give it a little squeeze. And then we'll transition from here to standing splits on the left leg. So you'll unwrap the arms and legs and fold forwards. Right leg lifts up and lengthens. Left foot pressed down. And the belly hugs in. Get some length through your spine as well. Good. Breathe here. Spread your toes. Flex your quadriceps. One more breath. And then you'll set the right foot down next to the left. Feet together. Lengthen. Inhale. Fold forwards. Exhale. Arms sweep up. Inhale. And exhale, pull it to your heart. Inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale, fold forwards into the legs. Lengthen the spine, inhale, and now you'll step the left foot straight back behind you. Come to warrior one pose. Spin the left heel flat and rotate the entire left side of your body forwards. Left hip, left thigh, left rib cage, rotate forwards as you sink into the right hip. Belly in, shoulders soft, and then open to warrior two pose. Good. Reverse your warrior inhale and exhale, right elbow to right thigh, left arm sweeps over left ear. Again, reverse warrior, left hand back, right arm up. Exhale, side angle, right elbow to right thigh, left arm over left ear. One more time, reverse warrior inhale, and now we're coming into hold side angle. Some of you keep the right elbow on the right thigh. Others of you bring the right fingertips to the ground on the inside of the right foot. Can you hug the belly in and get a little bit of rotation in the upper back here? Good. Now come back to warrior two pose. We'll keep it moving. Straighten the right leg, parallel the feet, reach the arms up for a breath. And then as you bring the palms together, bend the knees, so temple to start, and then grab onto your ankles if you can, and rock back and forth from side to side in your hips. You straighten one leg, bend the other knee, and then we'll come into Skandasana. Bend the left knee, straighten the right leg out to the side, palms together in front of your heart, the hips sink down, and then stage two, open the arms, left arm along the inner left leg, right arm up. And stage three, if it feels good to you, you can wrap the arms behind the back. Now, if it doesn't feel good, then you know to back it off. But if it feels good, get a little rotation towards the sky. Nice. Release. Release the pose, straighten the legs, parallel the feet, and fold forwards into another standing forward bend. Good. Weight yourself evenly on both feet here. Engage the quads. Breathe. And then come up to stand. Turn your left foot out, legs straight. Come in for triangle pose on the left side. Good. Lift the kneecaps up. Draw the navel in. Shoulders down the back. Spread through the fingers, spread through the toes. Good. And then from here, we'll step up into half moon on the left side. The right leg extends back. Flex the right foot. The left foot stamps straight down to the ground. And maybe you look up and gaze over the right fingertips for a breath. And then bend your left knee or standing leg. Lower the right hand down. Level the hips. Curl your right knee into your chest. And then straighten the right leg back behind you. Good. Again, exhale, bend the right knee in towards the chest. Inhale, straighten the leg, lengthen the spine. Last time, bend the right knee, curl into a little ball here. And then you'll straighten the right leg back, step the right foot back behind you, and come to crescent pose. We're going to move into a prayer twist here to the left. Right forearm over the left thigh, palms together at your heart. Engage that right leg strongly here. And then rotate the heart up towards the sky. Big breath in. Ride your exhale back to crescent pose. Use your core muscles. And step up to the front of your mat, palms together. Good. Now take the right hand down to the right leg and reach the left arm overhead for a side stretch. So your side stretch to the right. Good. One more breath here. Reach through the fingertips and then come up to stand. Both arms sweep up and palms together in front of your heart. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, lengthen. And now we'll go the other way. So you'll step the right leg straight back behind you, lower the right knee to the mat, and take the arms up for a low lunge. Again, sink the hips down a little bit, lift the low belly in a lot. Heart lifts, shoulders soften. And then as you breathe, begin to straighten the left leg and fold forwards into the hamstring stretch. Left foot flex, left toes curl back. Shoulders slide away from the ears, and you lengthen over the left leg. Beautiful. Then from here we'll transition into crescent pose. So you'll plant the left foot, rebend the left knee, tuck the back toes, right knee lifts up. Good. Feel the inner legs engage. Rotate the right hip forwards a little bit. Good. Sink down into the pose a little bit. Get what you came to your mat for. One more breath. And then open to warrior two. Then immediately spin that right heel out. We're coming to temple pose. Reach the arms up. Sink the hips down. Palms together in front of your heart. Good. Again, sink the hips low, sweep the arms to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. One more time. Inhale, arms sweep up. And then this time, straighten the legs, parallel the feet, and exhale, fold forwards to Prasarita Padottanasana, the wide leg forward bend. Just take your hands to where they feel comfortable. Get some space around your neck. Then come all the way up to stand. Turn your right foot out, left toes turn in for warrior two pose. The fingertips extend out from the heart. Find that extension from the center of your heart out through the arms, out through the fingers. Breathe. And then with the breath, inhale, straighten that right leg. Exhale, rebend the right knee, arms to your sides. Good. Inhale, the arms sweep up, straighten the right leg. Exhale, bend the right knee, arms lower. One more time. Straighten the right leg, reach the arms up. And this time, bend the right knee and wrap the left arm under the right arm for eagle wrap. Turn towards your right leg and step the left leg up and over the right leg for eagle pose. Just working a little balance here. Breathe with it, even if you're having a challenging time balancing. The yoga's the breath. The yoga is the breathing practice. Hug the inner legs together and then unravel everything. Come to standing splits on the right leg. So right foot stamps down, left leg extends back. Fold into the stretch. Spread the toes. Good. One more breath. And then left foot next to the right. Lengthen, inhale. Fold forwards, exhale. Rise up to stand up, inhale. And exhale, the palms connect at your heart. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, lengthen. Now as you exhale, step the right foot straight back behind you. So you come to warrior one on the left side. The right heel spins flat. And the entire right side of your body, right thigh, right hip, right rib cage spirals forwards. Left hip sinks down, belly in, heart lifting. And with the breath, open to warrior two. Inhale to reverse warrior. Exhale to side angle pose. Inhale to reverse warrior. Exhale, left elbow to left thigh, side angle pose. One more time, reverse warrior, inhale. And this time we're coming into side angle for a few moments. Set it up. And then sink into the experience of being here. Breathe and rise up to stand. Straighten the legs, parallel the left foot with the right, and then bend the knees. Come to temple pose. Turn the feet out, and now grab the ankles and rock back and forth from side to side in your hips. Straighten one leg, maybe bend the other knee. And then we'll come into Skandasana with the right knee bent and the left leg straight out to the side. Sink the hips down, palms together in front of your heart to start. And you can stay here or open the arms. And then stage 3, if it feels good, you can wrap the pose. You'll know if it's right, if it feels right. Just listen intentively. Listen mindfully to your body. Good. And then we'll release and come back to center, back to Prasarita, wide leg forward bend. And just allow the neck to soften. Breath deep. Good, and then come up to stand. Turn your right foot out, left toes in slightly for triangle on the right leg. Right fingertips can grab either your right leg or a block or the floor on the outside of the right foot. Your right hip draws into center. Shoulders down the back. And keep everything alignment-wise in your body the same as you come into half moon, except your left leg will lift straight up off the floor. Good. Belly in to support the low back. One more breath. Open the chest. And now bend your standing leg, your right knee, and then curl into a little ball. Lower the left hand down. Good. Inhale, lengthen for a half standing split. And then exhale, bend the knees, curl in. The left foot is lifted. One more time, lengthen, lift. Exhale, curl in, and you'll stretch that left leg back behind you. Step into crescent pose on the back toes. Arms sweep up, and take a prayer twist to the right this time. Lots of breath here. The Vinyasa, the flow, is the flow of breath. The poses are really just bells and whistles now, aren't they? Come up to crescent pose. They're just vehicles for the yoga. Palms together. Step the left foot up to the front of your mat. Arms both reach up for a breath. And then left hand to the left leg. Right arm reach over the right ear. Side stretch to the left. The yoga is the breathing. The body is the vehicle for the experience. One more breath here. And then both arms sweep up. Inhale. Fold forwards on the exhale. Good. Lengthen the spine. Inhale. And then as you exhale, you're going to step back to come to your knees. Lower your elbows down to the ground. Okay, we're coming into a forearm plank here. So the hands are about shoulders width apart. You can also interlace the fingers if that feels better to you. Feel the quads flex. Shoulders down the back. Great core strengthener here. Now keep that right elbow down. Roll to the outer edge of the right foot. Reach the left arm up for a side plank with the forearm down. So this is a good modification if you're ever in a regular yoga class with lots of side planks and down dogs. You can always put your elbows down. It's also a nice variation in general. Good. Now go ahead and lower the left elbow down. We'll switch sides. Roll to the outer left foot. Reach the right arm up. Lift up out of the right side body. Flex the feet. Breathe deeply. One more breath here. And then we'll release back to a forearm plank. Elbows down. And we'll move back to dolphin. So you'll walk the toes in, lift the hips up. And so I'm interlacing my fingers here because I find that I get a better shoulder stretch in dolphin when I do that. But you can keep the hands flat on the mat as well, whatever feels better to you. And start to press the heels towards the ground, even if they don't touch the ground. Push up out of the shoulders. Beautiful. Now set your knees down on your mat and stand up on your knees. Reach the arms up. Keep the toes tucked under. And can you reach your right hand back for your right heel? Lift the left arm up for half camel. So you can also keep that right hand on your right hip if it helps you. Good. One more breath. And then come back up to stand on the knees. And you'll take the left hand to the left heel. Right arm up and back. So this is a really nice stretch for the left rhomboids, for the rhomboids. We're on the left side, so good. Heart opens, and then come up, palms together, interlace the fingers, lower the elbows to the ground in front of you, and come back to dolphin pose. Lift the shoulder blades up towards your hips. Release your head so the neck is soft. Breathe. Okay, and then we'll put the knees down again. Release the toes this time, unless you prefer the toes tucked. And we're coming in for camel, either hands to the hips or hands to the heels. Shoulder blades together. Press the shoulder blades up into the back of your heart. Beautiful. And just another breath here. Feel the heart lift. And again, interlace the fingers. And we're coming back to dolphin. So dolphin is a nice counter stretch for the back bend. See if you can lift your right leg up in this dolphin. And feel your body get really long. From the forearms through the right heel. Good. Lower the right leg down to dolphin and lift the left leg up. Good. Breathe. Very nice. And you'll set the left foot down so that you're back in dolphin. Lower the knees to your mat. And this time with the left forearm down, you'll take the right arm and slide it under your left shoulder. And then can you maybe take the left arm and wrap it behind your back? Maybe you catch your right thigh. Let your head rest. Let the breath begin to soften a little bit. Good, and then you'll release the left arm and come back to fours. And with the right forearm on the ground, reach the left arm up and slide the left arm under the right shoulder. Maybe take that right arm and wrap it behind your back. If it feels good, you can also keep the front arm, the right arm, on the floor. And just appreciate the sweetness of this one. Beautiful. Okay, so you'll go ahead and release. And one more time, interlace the fingers and come to dolphin pose. And again, feel the shoulders lift up towards the hips. Lift the kneecaps. Breathe. And we'll walk it out to one more forearm plank, this time with the fingers interlaced. With the legs straight, can you cross the right ankle over the left thigh for a few breaths? Feel the inner legs hug together. Good. Release the right leg, left ankle cross over the right thigh. Still breathing. Good. And then release for forearm plank. And lower the hips, lower the toes, and set up for Sphinx pose. So the elbows under the shoulders, hands, shoulders width apart. Spread the fingers on the floor, feet pressed down, upper arms draw back. Feel the heart pull forwards, and then lower and release. Good. Hook the thumbs behind you, and lift your chest up, lift your legs up for Shalabhasana. So these are the last strong poses of this practice today. Just a nice back bend. Good. Lift up a little higher, inhale, and then release down and rest on your mat like a downward facing Shavasana. Very nice. Okay, so we're going to press up to set up for pigeon pose. So right knee out to the side, left leg straight back behind you. I often keep the back toes tucked in pigeon pose. I feel like it gives a nice stretch for my feet, and it also helps to encourage that straight leg hip to stay level with the right, with the front leg. And breathe here as well. Conscious breath. Doesn't have to be as deep or dynamic as in the standing flow, but it can certainly be just as dialed in and present. Okay, now walk yourself up onto your hands, and you'll swing that left leg around and plant the left foot over the right thigh for a seated spinal twist. You'll take the left hand to the ground at the base of your spine, right arm over the left thigh, and rotate into the upper back for a few breaths. Very nice. Then come back to center and take pigeon on the left side. Set it up so that it feels right in your body. And be mindful of the steps that you take to do that. Follow your breath with your mind. Beautiful. Okay, so from here, let's go ahead and take another breath and walk yourself up onto your hands. Swing the right leg over the left thigh, plant the right foot on the ground, and then right fingertips to the base of your spine. Left arm wraps over the right knee. Feel both sitting bones on the ground here. Belly hugs in. Spiral into the upper back, and then release, come back to center. Bring the soles of your feet together in front of you and fold forwards into Baddha Konasana. So this particular flow is, we're doing shorter holds in all the poses. If you feel like you want to hang around for a few moments longer in any of the postures, you're welcome to. Otherwise, when you're ready, go ahead and come on up, straighten your legs in front of you, and fold forwards into Paschimottanasana. Flex the feet. Breathe with it. Good, and then roll yourself up. And come on to your back and rest in Shavasana. Please rest here for as long as you like. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.